Hey guys, Joshua here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Aorus Battlebox Essential. I can't remember if I've said this before, but Aorus is basically the gaming side of Gigabyte. So for those who don't know that, when looking at these components, you're going to notice that apart from the CPU, everything is going to be either of the Aorus branding or Gigabyte branding because, well, this is a team built under them. What I really like about the Aorus Battlebox is the fact that everything is so complete and matched perfectly in this system, because as far as I know, Aorus when paired with Gigabyte is probably the only company that makes all of the components for a PC, from the GPU, motherboard, RAM, case, and only the CPU is not from them. Before we go through how this is going to perform and my thoughts on this, let's go through the specs. Inside this Aorus Battlebox Essential is an Intel Core i5-8400 processor paired with a H370 Aorus gaming motherboard, and cooling the CPU is the Aorus ATC700 CPU cooler. For the GPU, it's going to be a Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1060 WindForce 6GB with 16GB of Aorus RAM. Just FYI, it's not that these are 4x4 sticks. Two of these RAM sticks are actually dummies and they are there just to make the system look good. There's a Gigabyte UD Pro 256GB SSD, and they're all on the inside of the Aorus AT300W ATX mid-tower PC case. So as you can basically see, everything is Aorus branded, which to me, if you're the kind that wants everything to match and not have the motherboard be one brand and the GPU another brand kind of thing, Aorus would probably be the brand to go for now. On to the performance tests. In PC Mark 10, you're getting an overall score of 4067, with the Essentials scoring 8305, productivity at 5291, and digital content creation at 4157. In 3D Mark Times Spy, the score is 4273 with a graphics score of 4158 and a CPU score of 5072. In Cinebench, there's an OpenGL score of 126.70 FPS and the CPU score is 888 CB. Since the case has a front HDMI port, I thought I'd just do a VR test, which is through VR Mark, and the score is 7198 with the average frame rate being 156.91 FPS. The target frame rate was supposed to be 109 and Oculus Rift minimum spec frame rate is 81 FPS, so definitely this is going to be able to run VR games very well. With the settings at Ultra for everything in PUBG, you can see the frame rate is easily above 60 and most of the time it will sit around 70 FPS. Only when rendering then it will go to about 64, 65 FPS, but other than that it will sit around 70 FPS, which is really good. In Fortnite, with everything on Epic, as you can see, it's easily getting over 80 FPS, which is even better. So let's see if I go into building. As you can see, the score is still about over 70 FPS and it averages at around 80, so it's really incredible what this system is able to pull up. For lighting, because everything is under Aorus, so everything syncs up perfectly. So you can go through the RGB Fusion app where you can control all your lighting. So you can go through pulse, music, color cycle, static, flash, even random. And if you go into advanced, you're going to be able to customize each of the lighting to whatever you like. Before I get into the stress testing and everything, this is the baseline temperature. So on idle, the CPU's temperature is around 33 to 35 degrees Celsius, while the GPU is at 44 degrees Celsius. And the thing is, the ambient temps in here are probably around the 29 to 30 degrees Celsius marks because I didn't turn on the air conditioning at all. I've been running Prime 95 for 30 minutes, and as you can see, the temperatures are around 58 to 59 degrees Celsius. This just goes to show that the Aorus cooler is actually doing very well even though the load is at 100%. Temps on the GPU are actually pretty good. Even on load at 100% for the past 30 to 40 minutes around there, temperatures are maintaining at 78 degrees Celsius, so that means it's actually cooling the GPU pretty well. The one main thing I didn't particularly like about this system is the fact that the cables are not sleeved and you still get the ugly colors kind of thing. But if you're interested in purchasing one, you could probably ask the shop owner or builder to sleeve up the cables for you or at least tape them black. The case, in my opinion, looks really nice if you're a fan of the brand, but I do wish that the sides could have been made out of a tempered glass instead of acrylic, because that just looks a lot nicer in terms of aesthetics. If you notice, both of my dislikes are actually more on the aesthetic side, because yeah, for performance there's really nothing to complain about, and the temperatures are perfectly normal for a gaming PC. This is the essential version, so you're not going to get mind-blowing performance out of it, but if you have more budget, you can always go for their Aorus Battlebox Ultimate, where the motherboard, CPU and GPU are going to be upgraded, but it's still going to be built in this case, so you still get a perfectly matched Aorus gaming system. Another thing is that if you're more a Ryzen user instead of an Intel user, they do have configurations for that also, and currently there is a promotion going on. So if you head on over to Sim Square, if you're located in Singapore, and look for the shops that have the Aorus brochure, then purchase the Aorus Battlebox Essential, you'll be able to get the M3 mouse and AMP300 mousepad for free as a bundle deal. And if you get the Ultimate Bundle, there is going to be the Force K81 gaming keyboard thrown in also. Okay, before some of you jump into the why don't you buy your own parts and build your own PC yourself in the comments below, this is meant for the people who want a really nice themed matching system but have very little knowledge of building a PC, or if you're the kind that builds your own PC, that's great too, but not everyone has the time or sometimes even the energy to put into building a PC. So one day I'm really going to have to make a video on the pros and cons of building your own PC or going out and getting a custom built PC, something along those lines. Let me know if you're interested in that. Anyways, let me know in the comments, what do you think of the Aorus Battlebox Essential? Is this something that you would buy and maybe pair it with the Aorus gaming chair? Or do you prefer mix and matching different brand components and matching them together for budget systems, stuff like that for your gaming PC? Like and subscribe for more tech and gaming videos. Hit the notification bell to get notified when videos come up, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!